I just spent 2 weeks using GrapheneOS on a Pixel 8, and I'm genuinely conflicted because, on one hand, this is legitimately the most secure mobile operating system you can run. And on the other hand, I now understand why normal people will never care about privacy, because the convenience trade offs are brutal. Graphene OS is Android without Google, hardened to the point where even nation-state adversaries would struggle to compromise it. But using it feels like living in 2010, because half the apps you rely on either don't work or require you to make security compromises to function. Let me walk you through what it's actually like. Before we dive in, if you like the way I break this stuff down and you actually want to learn hacking the right way, CyberFlow Academy isn't just another learning platform. We provide focused, advanced courses in key areas like website hacking, bug bounties, OSINT, reverse engineering, and more. Material that goes far beyond what can be taught on YouTube. Otherwise, I'll get another strike. You also gain access to our active and ambitious Discord community, where you can reach me directly whenever you need guidance. And listen, I know that cybersecurity evolves fast, so I have made a commitment to constantly update the material and add new courses. We already have 500 plus members learning, landing bounties, and applying these skills in the real world. So what are you waiting for? Join through the link in the description and use code CyberFlow50 to get a whopping 50% off, so hurry up. Graphene OS only runs on Google Pixels, which is ironic since you're escaping Google by buying their hardware. But Pixels have the best security hardware like the Titan M chip and unlockable bootloaders that let you install custom ROMs while maintaining verified boot. I grabbed a Pixel 8, flashed Graphene OS using their web installer, which took 20 minutes and was surprisingly easy. No command line required, just plug in USB and follow prompts. And suddenly, I had a phone with 0 Google services, hardened kernel, MAC address randomization, microphone and camera indicators, sandboxed Google Play services if you need them, basically Fort Knox in phone form. Day one was rough. None of my apps worked because they all depend on Google Play services for notifications, location, payments, everything. Graphene OS lets you install sandboxed Google Play services in a separate profile so Google can't access your main system. I did that, reinstalled apps, and most started working, but notifications were delayed or missing because they couldn't constantly phone home. Banking apps threw tantrums about running on a modified OS, even though Graphene OS passes safety net. Privacy features are insane though. Every app gets its own storage scope so they can't see files from other apps. Network and sensor permissions are granular so you can deny internet to specific apps or disable GPS for everything except maps. Microphone and camera have physical indicators that can't be disabled by malware, and the OS wipes encryption keys from memory on reboot, so cold boot attacks fail. I used Aurora Store instead of Play Store to download apps anonymously without a Google account, F-Droid for open source apps, and sideloaded APKs for stuff not available elsewhere. Notifications were the biggest pain. Apps like Signal worked fine with sandboxed Google Play services, but others just never notified me. Ended up checking apps manually like a caveman. Killed all Google apps, obviously, replaced Gmail with Proton Mail, Google Drive with Proton Drive, Chrome with Vanadium, which is Graphene OS's hardened Chromium fork, Google Calendar with Simple Calendar, Google Photos with Ente Photos with end-to-end encryption, basically rebuilt my entire workflow with privacy-first alternatives, and it was tedious but liberating. No more Google watching everything I do, no location history, no ad targeting, no data mining, just a phone that's mine. The security paranoia goes deep. Graphene OS randomizes MAC addresses per network so you can't be tracked across Wi-Fi networks, has native support for hardware security keys for authentication, encrypts everything by default with strong defaults, and even has a duress pen that wipes your device if entered under coercion. If you're a journalist, activist, or pen tester handling sensitive data, this level of security is genuinely necessary. Performance was great. Battery life improved without Google services constantly running in background. Animations were smooth, no bloatware, felt faster than stock Android because nothing was phoning home or serving ads. Updates come faster than Google's own pixels sometimes because GrapheneOS team is obsessed with security patches. They push updates within days of Google releasing them. The setup I landed on was user profiles. Main profile with 0 Google, finance apps, encrypted messengers, work stuff, then a separate profile with Sandbox Play services for apps that absolutely need it, and a third profile for sketchy apps I don't trust, so they're isolated from everything else. Profile switching takes seconds. Each profile is encrypted separately, perfect compartmentalization. 2 weeks in, I'm keeping it, but acknowledging I'm not normal. Most people will never tolerate these trade-offs, and that's fine, because privacy is a spectrum, not binary. You don't need GrapheneOS level security unless your threat model actually justifies it. Using Signal and a VPN and Firefox gets you 80% of the way there with 5% of the hassle. GrapheneOS is for the paranoid, the targeted, the principled, people who value privacy over convenience and understand what they're giving up. Would I recommend it? Yes, if you're in cybersecurity, handle sensitive data, have a real threat model, or just hate Google enough to tolerate inconvenience. No, if you just want privacy without thinking about it, because GrapheneOS makes you think about privacy constantly, and that's exhausting for normal people. Full privacy setup guide is in CyberFlow's Academy. First link below. Now excuse me while I figure out why my bank app still won't let me deposit checks.
Still stuck in tutorial hell. We got full courses step by step as well. Web hacking labs, real attack flow. Not click here, actually break the code. Reverse engineering, crack moves inside. Gidra open, ego died. Bug bounty methods that actually scale. Find one vuln, that's grocery money mail. $29, that's it bro. Skill goes up, that's CyberFlow. Python for hackers, C plus Spain. Build your own tools like this, that own. New course dropping every month. No content drought, we stack it up. Private Discord, killers in chat. Stuck on a bug, we fixed that.